We are back in with our randomizer playthrough, and this is going to be a slightly different, slightly shorter episode than normal. Just because I want to take a break away from all of the construction at the moment and give you guys an update with how the new industry district is coming along. So I'm thinking for this playthrough, we are maybe only going to have 3 different districts. We are going to have our agricultural one in front. We will have a main civic district just behind. And across the way, with all of the floating guard towers that you can see in the distance, that will be our 3rd industry district. We'll worry about the civic district at another point, but all you really need to know about this district is that the town hall block there, I am going to shift over into this square that I've set up here for it, and the only reason that I've done that is for positioning wise, because I have a road just down from it here which now takes you up and over into where the industry district is going to be. So we are stood at the entrance of the industry district at the moment, and as you can see, the landscape around has changed quite dramatically. I really did try to have the builds placed with different elevations in mind, but it pretty much just turned into a nightmare trying to do that. So instead, I just opted for flattening everything. And because of that, plus the fact that this area now has over 30 different builds within it, this whole project has definitely taken quite some time. But enough about me complaining about things. Let's get into the fun part and let me show you what we've placed down and what our overall ideas are for this. Albeit a bit difficult to see because of other builds around at the moment. You will come up to the industry district and you will be immediately greeted by this Caledonia style double gate, and this will then allow you to come through into the industry district itself. To the right hand side we have a quarry, and I think this is a Lost City style quarry, so that will go in there and we will get out a lot of resources from it. And to the left we have yet another quarry, and this is a Space Wars themed quarry. Now there is a reason why we have the 2 quarries, and as this district grows we will get into that, but for now we've got the 2 quarries right at the entrance. I should also say as well that the Caledonia style wall here is because we have the Caledonia style town hall, and this wall will run the length of the industry district all the way down there past our university and all the way further up here towards our agricultural district. So there will be a little bit of terraforming involved, but we will get there with that. All of the builds around the place as well actually have been selected by the randomizer, which again led to a lot of issues, but we will deal with that as we flesh out this area. Let me get this little block over here so we can start getting up some more preview of builds. So immediately as you come into the industry district, this also won't just be a dirt path by the way, we will better decorate this with stone and maybe smooth sandstone, something like that. But you will come straight up to a new warehouse, and this is an acacia style warehouse. Beside it we have a new builder, and this is a Lost City styled builder, which I'm not entirely sure if I've positioned this right or not, because technically you have to go up those ladders there onto the top floor to get to the builder's hut, so I'm not sure if you're supposed to then lower this building down or not. We will mess about with that as well, I suppose. And to the side of that builder's hut we have a courier's hut. This is a medieval birch alternative style courier's hut, and that is one of 10 courier huts that is now in this area. Moving down to the other side of the warehouse, we have yet another new builder's hut. This is a Nordic themed builder's hut, and beside that, yet another courier's hut of a Caledonia theme, and then behind that, another courier's, this time an Asian style one, and just around the corner, guess what? Another courier's hut. This one is medieval spruce alternative. I think we have 8 of the 10 courier huts just wrapped around the warehouse in this little section here. This one is a Lost City couriers. Beside that, a birch couriers, then a dark oak couriers, followed by a warped couriers. Lots of different styles for that one little area there. These are specialty builds at the side there, which I will show off last because they are outrageous and you will see why. Let's instead maybe just turn around actually and show you what we have here. Another thing with the dirt path here, whenever we upgrade it, we will also put down some rails on it, so we will have rails all over this district as well. But just behind we have yet another courier's hut. This one is Fortress. Then beside that, this is a dark oak hospital that we have. So I really want all of our districts to have their own sort of facilities. So if I can fit in things like a hospital, restaurant, barracks, things like that, we definitely will. But beside the hospital, we have a simple Lost City guard tower, which is pretty small actually, pretty pathetic looking. My opinion, of course, usually means for nothing. And just tucked all the way at the back here of the Fortress Courier's Hut, we have the best building that I have ever seen. We have an Incan Courier's Hut, which, yep, 5 blocks long by 5 blocks wide. I know this is supposed to fit inside a warehouse, but this is what the randomizer has decided that we have to build. On the opposite side from our hospital, we have another little section with yet another guards tower within it. This is a Fortress alternative style guards tower. And beside that, we have an Asian style restaurant. You can also see with the courier huts just behind as well how tight these builds are together, but I think they will still work out pretty nice once they are up and constructed here. So you will continue up the path then to the back end of the industry district, and this is where all of our mine and stone processing buildings will be. I was considering deconstructing our Space Wars mine that we have across the way there, but honestly, I think we will just start afresh and we will build a new Space Wars mine here and upgrade it and just abandon the old one. But unless things go really badly with it, we can reopen the older one and use it. I don't see that happening, but I also don't think it will be a good idea deconstructing the older one and replacing it here. I'm pretty sure that will lead to disaster. Following the road down from the mine, and we have a medieval dark oak stonemason. This was the one that we had originally constructed, and we will just need to get that back up to tier 1 again. And beside it, we have a fortress style stone smeltery, which is a fantastic build. Look at the coloured tiles on top. I'm really looking forward to getting in and constructing this build actually. I think this one could be a lot of fun. And beside the stone smeltery, We then have an acacia styled crusher's hut, which still requires a lot of the mountainside here to be removed, but I may just let the builders do that for us. I'm absolutely fed up of clearing out areas. To the other side of the Space Wars mine, we have the smeltery build, which I did forget the style that it was supposed to be, and the randomizer then chose a true dwarven style for it, which works out pretty nicely actually. I like that decoration in the middle, which has this netherrack themed bowl, or whatever you want to call it, just pouring down some lava into some furnaces behind. So I think that will work so much better in its place anyway, but that is the smeltery for us. And beside it, we have a medieval birch blacksmith. Again, this is the one that we had constructed, and it's now just been removed to over here. The final build then down this line is a jungle mechanic, and this was a real pain to try find a place for it, but I think at the end here might work. I'm not entirely sure what this is there. I think it has a lot of redstone lamps inside of it, so it might be some form of lighthouse. So overlooking the ocean just behind it was probably the best position for this. And with that, that is our mine and all of our stone processing builds just at the back. Let's now turn to the wood processing part. So from the restaurant, you will then come to this end, and this is where we will handle all of our wooden needs. This is the medieval birch alternative forester that we have across the way, or a spare one of them. Just for reference here, we will deconstruct the forester across the way and bring it over here and construct it here instead. Beside it, we have a sandstone Fletcher, which is going to be interesting to get up, and just a stone guard tower behind that. To the other side of the forester, we have the true dwarven sawmill, and again, it was just removed and replaced over here instead. Behind all of these builds here, we have another guards tower. This is a warped styled one. Let me see if I can get that up very quick. Yup, there it's there. So we will get that constructed. And we have this area behind, which I will place down a lot of different trees. And the forester will just use this area here then for all of our wooden needs. And from our wood processing area then, we just simply have some housing builds, and these are pretty simple, pretty standard builds. This one here is a birch house style, and beside it we have a stone house style. Then beside that we have a medieval dark oak alternative house style. These will come right up onto this road here, and this is where our Caledonia style wall will be, or will come up to. And behind all of these we have yet another two house builds. This is another stone alternative house, so we have two stone houses, and this is a Caledonia themed house as well. We will get another path and some more infrastructure sorted for this part. This is pretty much where I've gotten up to at the moment, but we will get those connected to the roads as well. Now on to the outrageous builds that the randomizer has chosen for us. These are going to be our specialty builds. I will start off up here with our sifter, I believe. This is our medieval oak sifter, and this is the most normal build within this area. Beside it, we have a Space Wars nether miner, And that's what the building looks like here. It's unfortunate that it's covered up by the grass blocks and mountain behind at the moment, but what I will do is take out a spare nether miner that I have, and I can show you what that looks like. Here is the nether miner Space Wars theme that I think we might place down, although I do have another version that I might replace instead. But let's come inside it so you can see what it looks like inside. That's a big ol' nether portal that it has, and a lot of interesting glass around it. So this is the build that we have currently sat down there. That's what the randomizer chose for us. However, there is another style that I've seen, and I am debating whether to go for it or not. And that is the Nordic style, purely because it's a massive wolf head. Look at this beast here. How fantastic does that look? It's a lot smaller than the Space Wars one, but you come into it and the nether portal's there with the block behind it, but you enter it through the mouth. I mean, I think that looks fantastic, but what do you guys think? Space Wars or the Nordic themed one? Let me know your favourite down in the comments, because I'm still a bit divided as to which I want to place down, Space Wars or Nordic. It's up to you guys. Or maybe we go for two of them so that we don't need to decide. Who knows? But that is the nether miner for us. So let's continue down and we will see the next build, which is the glass blower's hut. And this is a sandstone themed glass blower's hut. Unfortunately covered up by the mountainside, but I do again have a spare one here, which, let's go check it out. Isn't that just absolutely outrageous? Look at the size of that pyramid. But I think it's going to look absolutely fantastic once it's up and constructed for us. Holy crap. And the final build for our Industry District tour is a jungle style dyer's hut. Let me see if I can get this starting to appear here, which you can see, and it fits a bit better with the overall theme of where we have built. But again, the mountainside is in the way, so let's take out the spare and show you what it's going to look like. And here it is in all of its tier 5 magnificent glory. It definitely will keep into theme of our other jungle around the place. The only thing is, I think it is more designed to come down onto via these stairs here, which, seeing as we have placed everything quite flat across the way, I may need to get rid of those stairs once they are constructed, and we will just simply come in through this way without them being there to access the hut. But overall, it looks really not too bad and could definitely keep in theme here. Definitely quite a nice dyer's hut. And that is the tour complete of our new Industry District layout. So, what do you guys think? It's certainly taken me a long time to place down 35 builds, but I think this area could work out pretty well. It will have a build for all of our automation and industry needs, which will be fantastic, as well as all of our stone and wood processing needs. I think it could maybe do with a few more houses being placed down, and a bit more defence as well, with some more guard towers and maybe a barracks, as well as being tidied up by quite a bit. We have a lot of floating builds around and a lot of mountainside still to be stripped away. But yeah, let me know what you think about what I've done in the comments below, and whilst you're there, also let me know, do we go for the Space Wars Nether Miner or the Nordic themed one, or do we go for both of them? I'm still undecided, so I'll let you guys decide for me. But I still have a bit more work to do here before we get into the next proper episode of our randomizer series here. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.